event time here in Markham. And the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles are on the line. Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards, the American Wolves, taking on the team of Tyler Black and the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. And Davey Richards trying to get into the head of Black and Danielson right off the bat.
Hey, Lenny Leonard, guess who is entering the booth? It's the former Ring of Honor World Champion himself to lend some expert color commentary on this World Tag Team title matchup. Nigel McGuinness, welcome to the booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Ring of Honor is proud to present its ex-world champion, Nigel McGuinness. Prazak, lovely to be here. Lenny, still with those donuts.
I was just about to
eat some donuts? Is that what you were gonna do? Yum! Chow down, man!
Slow down, Eric Embry.
Now, I've been taking a little bit of time off. I'm healing my arm up. Obviously, fans want to know what's going on with me. I'm going to take my time off. I'm going to come back 100%. But I had to be here to watch this match because this match, I believe, is going to tear the house down.
I'm sure many people here in Toronto agree. The World Tag Team titles on the line, and I'm still going to welcome you to the booth and thank you for joining us, Nigel, because I'm sure, as always, you're going to add a lot to this matchup. A man with 18 months with the world title around his waist certainly knows a thing or two about big matches.
And these are four of the top athletes in Ring of Honor today. There's a reason why Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards, the American Wolves, are your World Tag Team Champions after defeating Kevin Steen and El Generico, two local favorites here in Canada, in that tables matchup in Philadelphia. And Danielson, a former world champion himself, Tyler Black, who many think is a future world champion, former one half of the tag team champions as well. It should be an excellent contest.
And the one thing that Bryan Danielson has said he has yet to do here in his Ring of Honor career, and that is win the World Tag Team Championships. He's been the world champ, he retired the pure title, but he's never been one half of the World Tag Team Champions. And he certainly has an excellent chance to do that here tonight with Tyler Black as his partner.
It's Tyler Black and Davey Richards locking up in the center of the ring. Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards, just so intense as athletes. A lot of that comes from training in Japan with Pro Wrestling Noah, really fine-tuning their skills, sharpening each and every strike as he was able to connect with great force with the arm of Tyler Black right there with that kick.
That's the one thing about Davey Richards with those kicks. He's capable of delivering them from multiple positions. You never know where they're going to come from or at what velocity, and he can use them in both an offensive and defensive manner as well. Right now he's trying to get into the head of Bryan Danielson. The fans chanting for Danielson, who is patiently waiting on the outside. Nigel, a guy who's been in the ring so many times with Bryan Danielson, you know better than anybody, not easy to get into the head of a guy like Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, that's one of the things that a lot of people don't really see straight away about Dragon. Look, take a look there. That's one way to get in his head. You got to kick him right in the head. Let's see how he reacts to that. Is he going to jump back in the ring, get in his face, or is he going to take his time and wait for his opportunity? He wants the opportunity right now.
Well, we've seen Bryan Danielson in matches for the World Tag Team titles against Tyler Black in the past. Danielson had teamed with Austin Aries against Jimmy Jacobs and Tyler Black back when Austin Aries had serious issues with Jacobs and Tyler Black, and it was Bryan Danielson during that pay-per-view encounter that was really the cooler head that was prevailing upon his partner to try and make sure that they were able to continue the matchup. And you're going to see if Bryan Danielson is able to keep his cool in here against Davey Richards.
Danielson and Tyler Black, they have been on opposing sides of those tag team matches that you mentioned, also in singles contests. They have had a rivalry of sorts, and oftentimes, if you make great opponents, they'll make a great tag team. We saw that out of Aries and Danielson in the past. They were great opponents and formed a great tag team, but they weren't able to win the belts. And Richards and Edwards have the experience as a unit. I think they have the edge, and they're going to walk away tonight still the World Tag Team Champions when all is said and done.
A stalemate right there, and Dragon offering the hand to Davey Richards, and Davey wanting no part of it, instead kicking Tyler Black on the apron. And look at the cocky look on the face of Davey Richards, and temper starting to flare here.
All four men inside the ring, getting in one of those faces. You don't do that to Davey Richards.
Well, Bryan Danielson isn't going to back down from anybody. Man held the world title around his waist for 15 months. Nobody is going to intimidate an athlete like Bryan Danielson. But Todd Sinclair needs to get a hold of the tempers of these four men and get them in check right now, or he is going to lose control of this matchup.
Yeah, the way this is turning out now, I don't know how much longer this is going to go. This is going to break down very quickly here. The Wolves, I don't know, I've been watching the Wolves for a while now, and they've got a certain bravado that they've really come into themselves since they got those belts. They're looking like a fantastic team, and I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'm not taking anything away from Dragon. I'm not taking anything away from Tyler Black, but they have got their work cut out for them tonight.
There's the tag by Richards to Edwards. There's more mind games on the part of the Wolves. They're going to make Dragon wait a little bit longer to get his hands on Davey Richards.
Well, it seems as though all four of these men have calmed down quite a bit. Regaining their focus, they know it is all on the line. But one of these teams will walk away tonight with the belts.
Caught elbow tie up. Quickly a wrist lock grabbed by Bryan Danielson. Drives him down to a knee, but Edwards trying to fight his way back to his feet. Flips forward and looking for an escape. Trapping the leg of Danielson as he tries to wiggle his way free, but unable to do so, and quickly dragged right back down to the canvas by Danielson. Continuing to maintain control of the wrist. Nip up, nicely done there by Edwards, who grabs hold now of the wrist of Bryan Danielson. No secret who the fans here in Toronto are rooting for. Danielson using some quickness of his own, and a drop kick right to the jaw sends Edwards sprawling into his corner. And Danielson has the arms, but Edwards crawling on his back underneath the bottom rope out to the floor to try and buy a little bit of time.
Looked like he was trying to get him in position to kick his head in. But Eddie Edwards felt that coming and quickly maneuvered his way out to the apron and out to the floor with head of ringside operations Shane Hagedorn.
Utilized the 20 count to his advantage and regain his composure out there on the floor.
There's definitely a strategy that comes into every match that you wrestle, you know. A lot of times at the early starts of a match, you're feeling somebody out, you're working with wrist locks, you're working with simple sort of holds, but you've got to create that opening before you can start to go for the big moves, like the stomp to the head that Dragon was going for there.
Ooh, headbutt from Davey Richards, and one from Edwards as well. They're getting aggressive with Danielson.
And the Wolves got Danielson trapped in their part of the ring. They're looking to work him over here. He's first to the buckle goes Danielson. Irish whip by Richards. Charges the corner, but Dragon up and over. For the Beal out of the corner. Right back again to his feet goes Richards and runs into an arm drag. And he's going to get his head kicked in as well, but
no, just as quickly as Eddie Edwards a moment ago was able to reach the ropes. Davey Richards did the very same thing right there.
Good job of scouting right there by the Wolves as they immediately knew what was coming and did everything they could to avoid that situation. As Danielson makes the tag now to Tyler Black.
Richards and Black lock up.
Side headlock by Richards. Backed into the ropes and sent off for the ride. Richards with momentum takes Black off his feet up and over the top. A hip toss by Black and an arm drag, and Richards coming out on the short end of that exchange as Black with a bit of an edge and quickness right there. Now grabs hold of the arm bar, but a handful of hair, and just that quickly, Tyler Black ends up in the corner of the Wolves where Eddie Edwards makes the tag.
It's the wrong part of town for Tyler Black. They've become masters at cutting the ring in half and keeping one man away from his fresh partner waiting on the apron.
Hard chop to the chest by Edwards.
I foresee a lengthy title reign for the American Wolves.
Big back body drop out of the corner. And Edwards felt that move up and down his spine as he gets slammed to the canvas, and a tag by Black to the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Scoops up Edwards and slams him right in the center of the ring. And another tag back to Tyler Black. Frequent tags on the part of the challengers here.
You notice not much double team strategy because they aren't usual tag team partners.
Well, there's certainly a trait that has picked up over time. And should Tyler Black and Bryan Danielson continue to team, I'm pretty positive they would develop that sort of continuity. But they seem to be doing okay right now, just slamming the hell out of Eddie Edwards one at a time.
I don't know, the 30 body slams in a row might get you the victory on video games, but in pro wrestling, in the real thing, it's not going to earn you the victory, it's not going to wear down your opponent that much. He's going to get to his corner somehow and make the tag.
Double body slam right there, there's some tag team strategy.
You can see the fans there applauding, the fans there are loving it, but the fans have never been in the ring, so they don't really understand what it takes to win a match. You can body slam someone 10 times, but unless you can pin them, unless you can make them submit, you aren't going to beat them.
Dragon looking for the surfboard here, rocking back with Edwards, trying to elevate him.
I think he was using the ropes for extra leverage right there.
Instead, just holds him in position for Tyler Black, who connects with the drop kick.
Okay, that was a bit of tag team strategy in terms of double team work, but the Wolves have some of the best double teams that I've seen out of any team here in Ring of Honor in the past year.
Snap suplex by Richards, who was able to make the tag as Danielson floated a little too close to the wrong corner, enabled the Wolves to make a tag, and now it's Edwards back in one more time.
As fantastic of singles wrestlers as Bryan Danielson and Tyler Black may be, it's completely different when you get into a tag team setting and you have a fluid unit such as the American Wolves to deal with.
Just as Tyler Black and Bryan Danielson controlled things with body slams and quick tags, now the Wolves utilizing the suplex and the quick tags as part of their strategy. Anything you can do, I can do better, apparently. Double team suplex here, but Tyler Black to the aid of Bryan Danielson.
Illegally.
Double body slams. And the Wolves out to the floor.
Need to move out of the way and then do 2 suplexes on the floor. Okay, that's step 1. Now get him to the floor and suplex him. Suplex trumps the body slam, in my opinion.
Doesn't look like they're going to be able to hit those suplexes.
Maybe not yet.
They've had enough.
Give it time.
Well, they're going back to the locker room.
Hagedorn just needs to calm them down, get them back inside the ring, tell them, a couple of suplexes, back on track.
Richards is gone. Edwards has the belts. Apparently it's going to be a count-out victory for Tyler Black and Bryan Danielson here in Markham.
No. I know what they're doing now. They're taking their sweet time. I did this on more than one occasion when I was a champion.
Danielson and Black are not content to wait. They're going out after him. Up in the aisleway. Dragging them back to the ring. And to the barricade goes Eddie Edwards.
Well, the action spilling across the ringside area.
Richards hits the steel.
Referee Todd Sinclair administering a double count as all 4 men are battling out on the floor. Bringing the action inside now. Tyler Black and Davey Richards.
As Bryan Danielson continues to work over Eddie Edwards outside, and now they make their way back into the ring. Richards off the ropes. Tyler Black with the elbow. As Danielson working on the hamstring now of Eddie Edwards. Snapmare by the American Dragon. Drives the boot right to the back and makes the tag to Tyler Black.
Only gets 2. As Davey Richards pulling himself back up on the ring apron.
Snapmare by Black. He sets Edwards in position here. Elevates himself and stops right on the neck.
We've seen some fantastic tag team wrestling in Ring of Honor as of late. You know, even though Mark Briscoe has been sidelined with a knee injury at the hands of the American Wolves, one of the greatest tag teams in ROH history, the Briscoes, hasn't been around as of late, but we've seen a new tag team such as Kenny King and Rhett Titus formed here in ROH competition as of late. We've seen the Dark City Fight Club of Corey Chavis and John Davis form in ROH. And of course, the American Wolves have really impressed everyone and showed that they are truly worthy of being called the best tag team in the world by beating Steen and Generico. The tag team scene here in ROH is truly heating up.
Well, that's something that ROH has always prided itself on, Dave. We've talked about it on so many times on other broadcasts that, you know, the tag team titles here are not treated as an afterthought. They're here in the main event of this show and featuring some of the top athletes anywhere in the wrestling world. And we take our tag team title situation seriously here, and we put it in a position of respect in the main event. And we've main evented pay-per-views with tag team title matches,
including ones with Bryan Danielson and Tyler Black involved.
Now it's Tyler Black hitting the steel.
Referee with his back turned. He's tied up, doesn't see what's going on out on the floor.
Sorry to cut you off there now, Dave. Just wanted to draw attention to the reason why the Wolves now have the advantage. We're actually commenting on the time. There's actually a blind tag that was made, and that is really a sign of a great tag team. When you can see and you can watch your opponent, more importantly, you can watch your tag team partner when he comes just close enough to make that blind tag, and that's why they have the advantage now, and that's really is what's setting these two teams apart at the moment. The Wolves, they're gelling right together.
Another quick tag right there by the Wolves, and Tyler Black eats the elbow from Eddie Edwards. And he drives the boot to the back one more time and then has a few words for Bryan Danielson.
Well, he's trying to get under Dragon's skin, and it's working, stepping through the ropes. Todd Sinclair making sure that Danielson stays on the apron.
And a fake tag right there by Richards.
Hey, they could have tagged if they really wanted to. It doesn't really matter, does it?
Edwards being forced to leave the ring by Sinclair's horse collar clothesline right there by Richards. Takes Black off his feet. High angle belly to back suplex, nicely done. Right into a cover, doesn't hook the leg, it only gets two. Now looking to slow things down here.
Well, Tyler Black is one of those wrestlers that relies on quickness, balance, agility, on that endurance that he has. If you can wear the man down, it'll definitely help the champions retain their titles tonight.
There's another tag and drives the boot to the midsection. Now just stomping away on Tyler Black, who's trying to fight his way back to his feet. Needs to find a way to make the tag as he eats a right hand from Edwards.
Well, you know that Edwards and Richards will do everything in their power to cut the ring in half, keep Tyler Black away from Bryan Danielson, and focus on the injured man. Continue to take away his energy. He might be a wrestler with a lot of determination, but that can only take you so far when you have two men taking turns dishing out the punishment.
Upside down in the corner now by Richards. Putting the boots to the midsection. Nowhere for Black to go. Richards charges and low blow by Richards.
It was just a tap.
It's a warning from Todd Sinclair.
And the referee didn't see, but Tyler Black taking out the legs of Davey Richards, and now he's back on top and delivers the headbutt.
Richards just drilled Tyler Black right between the eyes with that headbutt. And stopped Tyler cold.
Well, Danielson wants in badly, but I don't think Tyler Black is going to be able to make a tag.
Front face lock by Richards as he stares down Danielson. Looking for the snap suplex here, but Tyler able to block. Elevates him this time, but again, Black able to sit down. Neither man able to get the maneuver, but now Black connects with the suplex. Needs to make the tag.
And so does Richards. Edwards with his arm outstretched.
Black very close to his corner. Richards has him by the foot.
It's more important to prevent Tyler from making the tag. Oh, Danielson is the legal man.
He goes right over to Richards, European uppercuts. Edwards went for the tag, unable to get it this time as the knee goes to the midsection. Kick between the shoulder blades. Has Richards in the corner. Danielson head of steam with a running forearm. Reversal of the whip. Dragon runs up. Lands on his feet off the ropes. Stuck in the clothesline. Knocks down Richards.
Danielson has been waiting out on the apron for quite a while. He is full of energy. And this crowd on its feet.
Danielson takes out Richards with a dive.
Bring the action back inside the ring. Danielson now climbing all the way up to the top. Richards on his feet. Missile drop kick. And a kip up from Dragon.
Again off the ropes with momentum. Running knee strike. Cover. Edwards able to break it up.
And right there, that is a perfect example now why the Wolves here, in my opinion, have got the advantage. Dragon was having his way there with Richards, and in a singles match, he may well have beat him. But in a tag match, look what happened. Got it broken up, and now he's looking like he's in trouble.
Bam! And Zagiri, forearm, double team. Up and over goes Danielson. Missile drop kick by Richards.
These are your World Tag Team Champions. Oh, almost had him right there.
Not enough to put away Bryan Danielson. And Hagedorn is in shock on the outside. He thought that was 3.
I mean, just right there, that is an example of the great tag team work of Richards and Edwards right there, the American Wolves, of why they are the holders of the belts. Danielson trying to fight off both men by himself.
Super kick, shot to the midsection. Stereo kicks from the Wolves. Okay, brought him, but he got the knees up. Triangle choke.
Hang in there.
Tyler Black has Davey Richards. Eddie Edwards is in trouble. We might have new champs.
He needs to get to the ropes or somehow work his way out of the hold. He's got the ropes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, both holds are released.
Tyler Black makes the tag as Davey Richards makes his way back towards his own corner. A double team perhaps here from the challengers. Heart attack. But only for 2. Didn't look like Danielson got full impact on that clothesline.
Again, since they're not typical tag team partners with one another, they don't have quite as fluid maneuvers. Going for the buckle bomb, but Eddie Edwards saved himself.
Lands on his feet and delivers the chop. Winds up on the shoulders of Tyler Black, who drives him chest first to the canvas. Hooks the leg. But only 2. Edwards forced to kick out on his own as Davey Richards still suffering the effects out on the floor, shouting at him to kick out, because he knew he was not going to be able to come to his partner's aid right there.
And that just showed how tough Eddie Edwards is. He was able to kick out on his own power. He doesn't need Davey to make the save all the time. Oh, what a kick right there. Got great height. And now backpack, chin breaker from Edwards.
Can Edwards make the tag now?
He is so worn down. Needs to get a fresh Davey Richards into the ring.
Tyler Black rolling towards the wrong corner. Bryan Danielson arm outstretched, but Black going the wrong way. Able to get the foot up in the last second, however, as Richards delivers that kick. And another one to the back as he runs up the ropes. Davey Richards with a burst of adrenaline. DR driver. No.
Victory roll blocked. Oh, he almost had him right there. Davey was on top.
Oh, great counter right there by Richards, who misses that kick. Roll up. Only 2. Kick to the head. And Black makes the tag. Dragon taking his time. It may have cost him right there as Edwards coming to the aid of Richards. All 4 men inside the ring.
Referee has lost control of this one, but the American Wolves have control of the match. Leapfrog.
Great teamwork right there by Black and Dragon. All the way out to the floor goes Eddie Edwards.
Fantastic action here, guys. Honestly, this is exactly what Ring of Honor is about. Just the best pro wrestling you can see in the world today.
Elbows to the head. Drop kick from Davey Richards, catches Danielson coming off the top.
Great defensive maneuver from Davey Richards right there.
We saw that same maneuver out of his partner earlier in the match, but what a kick by Tyler Black.
Oh, he might be going for the Phoenix Splash.
Well, he's got Richards down, but keep your eye on Eddie Edwards on the apron.
Well, Tyler didn't keep his eye on him, and he went crashing through the table.
What a save on the part of Eddie Edwards, and just that quickly, the complexion of this matchup has completely changed. Well, Bryan Danielson might be forced to wrestle the rest of this match by himself as Tyler Black just went crashing through the table.
I think the American Wolves retaining the World Tag Team titles is inevitable at this point.
And was able to stop that kick, and there comes Richards out of nowhere to drive the boot right to the thigh of Bryan Danielson, and there goes the cloverleaf.
Yeah, Danielson's leg looked hurt right after that, and immediately the cloverleaf cinched in. Danielson will be forced to tap right here.
Look how deep he's sitting in the hold. All of his weight down on the lower back of Bryan Danielson, and Nigel's a guy who's been in there with Bryan Danielson for the world title on so many occasions. How hard is it to make him say the words, "I quit"?
I'll be perfectly honest with you, I never have, and so that should answer your question.
Pulls him back to the center of the ring to make sure he's nowhere near the ropes to force a break.
He's got him right in the center of the ring, and Danielson might not have much choice left here as his back and his knees are being decimated.
I mean, you can count on one hand the number of people have made him quit. He would rather pass out than quit. In fact, I've made him pass out myself.
Somehow able to make it to the ropes.
Richards getting a little frustrated that he couldn't make him submit or pass out, but does make the tag to his partner. Perhaps Edwards can get the job done.
The left leg, though, of Bryan Danielson, certainly the worst for wear right here.
Now they're working over that leg, and obviously they're a little bit tired now. This match has got a certain amount of time, but they need to up the pace here now. They've only got a certain amount of time before Tyler Black gets himself together and gets back in this match. So they need to beat Dragon right here and right now before that happens.
Look at the welt on the inside of the thigh of Bryan Danielson. I don't know if we can get a good shot of that, but there is an enormous welt from that kick, courtesy of Davey Richards. And he has certainly broken some blood vessels inside the thigh of Bryan Danielson. I don't know if anybody's ever had a pull or a torn hamstring before, but that muscle just fills up with blood and starts to knot up. And that left leg is going to become useless for Bryan Danielson in short order if they continue to attack it the way they are.
Well, you have to hand it to the Wolves staying on that body part, but somehow Dragon getting a burst of energy right there. But just that quickly, Eddie Edwards drop kicked a bad leg, and down goes Dragon once again.
And another quick tag made to Davey Richards as they again look to work over Bryan Danielson in the corner.
You know, all the time in the world remaining in this match may not be enough for Tyler Black to pull it together and pull himself back up on the floor after crashing through that table. He might be out of this match completely for the rest of the contest.
Dragon screw right there. And that might be all for Bryan Danielson. Half crab by Davey Richards.
Oh, just tap out, give it up. You know, Danielson, a world-traveled athlete, he has to be able to wrestle again next week and the week after and the week after. He can't sustain a serious injury to that leg if he wants to continue to make a living in this business.
Well, we've seen Bryan Danielson defend the ROH World title for how many months with a severely injured shoulder. He's not someone who isn't averse to wrestling through the pain, much like our guest in the booth, Nigel McGuinness, wrestled the majority of his championship reign with a series of injuries. It's just what you do when you're an athlete the caliber of a Bryan Danielson or a Nigel McGuinness.
You're absolutely right, but take a look here. Tyler Black still hasn't recovered from falling through that table, and it looks like Dragon is in a terrible state. He talked earlier on today about how important the tag team belts were for him. Well, we're going to find out just how important they are, because just how long he's willing to suffer this type of pain and suffer possibly a permanent injury.
Back to his feet, firing away at Eddie Edwards, who immediately staggers back to his corner to make the tag. And just as Bryan Danielson would like to make the tag himself, he has no part in the tag, as Tyler Black is still down out on the floor. And you mentioned the time remaining in this matchup. It is only a 45-minute time limit in this matchup. So it is not a lot of time left for Tyler Black to get back in this match and help his partner out, as we are probably closing in on the 30-minute mark, I would think, at just about this juncture.
Danielson doing his best to try to fight off both of the American Wolves all on his own. He has them both staggered, and he's going to take a chance going up top.
But powerbomb to the canvas by Richards, who again is looking to lock in the cloverleaf. And once again, submission predicament, but there comes Tyler Black out of nowhere. Able to make the save.
Somehow, some life still left in Tyler Black after being sent through that table several moments ago to help Bryan Danielson now.
But can Danielson make it to the corner to get the legal tag?
And just like I said, Wolves had an opportunity with Black when he was out, and let's be perfectly honest with you, they did not capitalize on that opportunity. And let's just see now what's this. He's made the tag.
And here comes Tyler Black. But how fresh is Tyler after going through that table?
Oh, he is in pain, you know it. He might be on his feet, but he is not 100%.
Gets the foot up into the face of Eddie Edwards and drives him into the corner. Chops and punches. And a clothesline for Richards as well as for Edwards. Inverted atomic drop. DDT.
And now it's Tyler Black trying to fight off both of them by himself.
Neck breaker.
As Danielson trying to catch his breath, regain some energy.
Gibrana, but able to land on his feet. Standing shooting star press. Edwards able to break it up.
Black is running on adrenaline alone here. I guarantee you he's going to live up to the name of Tyler Black as soon as this match is over.
Once again, lands on his feet, showing the agility before clotheslining Edwards out to the floor. Richards, however, Irish whip. Back up and over the top to the floor. Shows you what the world titles mean to Tyler Black, still putting his body on the line as Davey Richards crashes into the third row.
Such momentum from Davey Richards right there. And on his way into the third row, he did a lot of damage using the barricade, driving it into the back of his opponent.
Eddie Edwards on the outside going to check on his partner as they've got their hands on Tyler Black. In the third row here is Bryan Danielson takes flight.
All of these men putting it all on the line to try to do some damage to get the upper hand to walk away from Toronto tonight with the ROH World Tag Team titles.
This is awesome! This is awesome! This is awesome! This is awesome!
And you can see just how important these tag titles are to the champions and the challengers. They are willing to put their bodies on the line just for the chance to either take those belts home with them or keep them.
All four men getting up very, very slowly. Tyler Black just launching himself over the barricade, as does Davey Richards, towards the ringside area. But these men are all the worse for wear at this point.
Yeah, I would hate to see this match end in a double countout, as they are really struggling to pull it together and get back inside the squared circle.
Tyler Black under the bottom rope beats the count.
Every single fan in this arena is stood on their feet, enthralled by what they see in front of them today. Like I said before, this is Ring of Honor. This is the best professional wrestling you can see today.
Right hands from Black and Richards. Talk about going on fumes. Not a lot of snap on those punches for either man. Just willing themselves to fight on. Headbutt by Richards. And Black is glassy-eyed as he reverses the whip off the ropes. Richards went for the handspring elbow, but a basement dropkick caught him coming off the ropes. Tyler's got him. Paroxysm. No, only two.
Able to get that shoulder up. The Wolves worked very hard to earn the World Tag Team titles from Steen and Generico. It's going to be twice as hard to win them from the American Wolves, to take those belts away. More damage! Oh, so much more damage done to that leg, using the barricade right there.
Dragon screw on the barricade, but Tyler Black looking for God's last gift. Richards able to block. Forearms to the back by Tyler, off the ropes, drops down. Right into the Shining Wizard from Eddie Edwards, never saw him coming.
And Edwards taking out Dragon on the outside there. That could really spell the difference in this match. That could be the final straw for these guys' chance to take the belt away from the champions, because this looks like this is the end right here.
Edwards makes the tag, charges Black in the corner, running forearm. Takes him to the far corner. Irish whip reversed by Black. Edwards hits the buckles, but able to instinctively get the boot into the face of Tyler Black. Code breaker. Collar! Not quite enough.
All four of these men giving it all they've got. The match really taking its physical toll on all of the competitors. And you gotta wonder just how much damage was done to Tyler Black. A lot of this is just him running on adrenaline. He went crashing through a table just a few moments ago. You know that he is hurt.
He's not going to let that stop him in his quest to win the World Tag Team titles. Suplex attempt again by Edwards, this time blocked by Black. Firing away with chops. Black with the momentum. Alarm clock!
Great teamwork. And again.
Cover! Danielson breaks it up!
Still clutching that bad leg. The Wolves getting on the same page. Looking to set up for a double team here on Tyler Black. Perhaps oh, he's going to elevate him up on the shoulders.
Dragon's up as well, though. Forearm for Richards. And Edwards puts down Black and hits Danielson with an elbow. Suplexes him back in, but he lands on his feet. Dragon's leg buckled, but he wouldn't go down. Tiger suplex. Edwards in the corner. You saw that leg of Danielson give out when he landed on his feet, but he didn't leave his feet and is just struggling to the corner to continue the assault on Eddie Edwards as he elevates him up to the top turnbuckle.
Looks like he's setting up for the top rope belly to back superplex. Edwards hanging on, trying to block the attempt.
Almost to the back of the head, but he's hung up in the tree of woe. Richards from behind with a waistlock, standing switch. German suplex lands on his feet. This is the clothesline. He's got the arms trapped. Cow mutilation. He's got to hang in there. Edwards still in the corner.
And you can see there, you take a look at Dragon's legs. He's having trouble bridging from that kick in the thigh earlier on. How much longer can... Oh my God, that's it. His leg's done. His leg's done now.
Edwards out of the corner, right into the left leg of Bryan Danielson, who is in big, big trouble.
Yeah, this match is over. It's just one leg lock away from Danielson being forced to submit. Whether he wants to continue or not, he physically can't. That leg is done. Oh no, buckle bomb.
Nails it. We're gonna have new champs. Super kick, it's over. The ropes just saved the world titles. Eddie Edwards somehow got his right foot across the bottom rope and just saved the World Tag Team titles.
Tyler, now get your hands out of your hair and get on with this match, mate. You've got the advantage now. Stop worrying about the reason he kicked out and give him a reason to stay down for a 3 count.
Sinclair checking on Richards, who's in a bad way in his own corner. Tyler Black trying to figure out his next move.
Oh, he's thinking about the Phoenix Splash, pulling him in a position. Does Tyler Black have enough left to have the proper balance, the precision necessary to hit a maneuver like this at this point in a lengthy battle? To the top he goes. We will find out.
Richards to his feet. German superplex.
Tyler Black took too much time.
What a kick from Richards. The Wolves are picking up the pace. Super kick, German combo. Cover. Danielson with the save. Richards is livid.
Stomping away on that bad leg of Bryan Danielson. Telling Edwards to stay on him as well. Could be thinking about the Doomsday Ace Crusher. Trying to get Danielson up.
He's so worn down.
He's got him.
No, Danielson lands on his feet. Takes away the balance of Richards. Boot to the face of Edwards. Running knee strike. Back to his feet. All the way to the top.
You've got to give Dragon his dues. We had him all but finished, and here he is. Bam, damn near knocking him out.
Back superplex by Dragon, but he can't follow up for the cover.
His leg is done. He did the damage to his opponent, but can't go for the win now.
Double count applied.
The referee checking on Danielson's condition right now.
Ask him if he wants to continue. Bodies everywhere. It's like a car wreck. The fans urging all 4 of these men back to their feet to continue the fight.
What a main event we are witnessing here in Markham. Tyler Black trying to pull himself up. He's back on his feet. So are the Wolves. So are all 4 men.
Exchanging strikes. Double leg by Richards. And by Edwards. Looking for the stereo cloverleafs.
This is it. Either Danielson or Black will tap out right now. My money's on Danielson. You said it, Nigel. It takes a lot to make Bryan Danielson ever give up, but his leg has endured so much punishment, he has no choice at this point.
Black and Danielson both continuing to try and block out the pain here.
And they shouldn't be ashamed. Sometimes in a match, you just got to tap. Otherwise, you're not going to have a career. I've been in that situation myself. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. He's got to the ropes.
Tyler Black able to crawl with every ounce in his body to the bottom rope and earn the break.
All 4 men still battling it out inside the ring.
Down goes Richards. Kick to the head. Down goes Edwards. Dragon's calling for the elbows. They got him in position. Stereo elbows. knock out the champs.
Danielson going for cattle mutilation.
As is Tyler Black. We've got less than 60 seconds. Can the Wolves hold on?
Now what's going to happen here? Dragon's leg is hurt. How much longer can he hold on? Tyler Black, his hands, they're not linked together. So this is going to be tough to get the submission.
The Wolves are not giving it up. Edwards trying to fight. We got to be inside 30 seconds. Black's got it locked in.
They just need to hang in there.
Come on! Eddie! No!
The Wolves are not tapping out.
Come on! No! Come on, Eddie! Eddie, come on!
Refusing to give it up.
Eddie, come on!
God's last gift. New champs.
There's the bell. Too little, too late. With the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 45-minute time limit has expired. The official decision of this match is a time limit draw.
Well, what an effort by all four of these competitors. Bryan Danielson and Tyler Black came as close as you can possibly come to becoming the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, but they were about 2 seconds short from finishing off the American Wolves.